A disappointing defeat today against Tamworth. What do you think went wrong today?
We didn't turn up. Simple as that. We weren't good enough. That's as poor as we've been for a long time, if I'm honest. And that's again disappointing, worrying. You worry whether people are sort of happy that they're potentially in the playoffs and have sort of switched off. But I won't accept performances like that. You can't turn it on and off. We ain't good enough players to be able to do that. And I've plenty of people sort of coming to me and speaking to me about why they're not in the team and why they should be in the team. Well, unfortunately, anyone who comes to ask me why they're not in the team can just play today, can have a look at that. Because, like I say, I'm not willing to tolerate that. I'll back them, and when we've lost games this season and we've not deserved to lose, they'll get full support from me, but I'm not supporting that. That's not good enough, and we got ourselves a foot back in the game, if you like, with the penalty, and we made positive changes to go and try and win it, but we just didn't compete well enough today. And ultimately, if you don't compete at this level, at any level, you lose, and we deservedly lost.
Do you think there were any positives to take from today's game?
Not many. Robbie obviously scored to get Tim another goal, and back on that, if you like. Again, not a great day. Obviously, come out with it with injuries. Had to spend the last sort of 20 minutes or so playing with 10 men. Because you made your subs and then somebody comes off injured. So no, not a great day. One to definitely forget about. But like I say, we've 2 league games left. We'll be working hard, exceptionally hard this week to rectify it, because we spoke before the game that we wanted to go out with three wins and take it into the playoffs that way. And we've got to be an awful lot better if we're going to get anything out of the last 2 games. That's for certain.
Something will be very concerning is the injuries picked up by a couple of defenders. Josh Langley coming off early, and then Dom Collins and Tom Hannigan picking up knocks. How are they, do you know?
We'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, no, certainly not ideal. Fingers crossed with Josh. Ultimately speaking, now we've got 2.5 weeks to get him right. If he's not ready for Harrogate or Worcester, I don't really care. I've got to get him ready for 2 weeks on Wednesday, whenever the first playoff game is, and that's fundamentally where we'll be. Hopefully he'll be okay. Again, Dom's then becomes a little bit more serious if Josh doesn't sort of make it. So, like I say, we spoke before the game. We've got to try and get as many, or have everyone available for those playoff games. Reason being, Sam wasn't sort of risked today, if you like. He should be fine for next week, but obviously we lose players, so we'll just have to deal with it. Like I say, this season's been fragmented in terms of injuries, especially to defenders, and especially because, well, we know how important Tom and Josh are as a partnership for us. So fingers crossed we can get them both back. Tom will be fine. This is a bit of a kick on the ankle. He'll be fine. But Josh is obviously a bit more concerning, and we'll have to see how he settles down over the weekend and see how he is on Monday. As
you said, in general it was a poor performance today. What do you think we have to do to change that going into the last 2 games to get a bit more confidence going into the playoffs?
To do with confidence, you've got to work harder. Simple as that. You've got to run round. It was always going to be tough the way the pitch was early in the game. I think then, obviously, the weather was ridiculous. Obviously the hail, snow, whatever you want to call it, comes mid-April. It probably helped us a little bit in the fact the pitch certainly came a little bit slicker and helped us, but we didn't threaten the goal enough. We didn't get in behind. We didn't move the ball quickly enough. We asked them before the game to how many times could we get the ball into the central area, if you like, in their 18-yard box with quality. I think we maybe did it twice in the first half and maybe once or twice in the second half. I don't think there's any surprise that the penalty comes from one of them situations where we get it in there. So sometimes you've got to be able to be a little bit more functional, and again, yes, we have a style of play and a way that we want to play, but fundamentally there's a goal at each end of the pitch. And the idea is to put the ball in that goal as often as possible and keep it out your net as a few times as you can. And sometimes I think players get a little bit sort of carried away with how to sort of play. Ultimately, we need to get players forward. We want to go and attack, and then work hard and get back in and defend. And like you say, it's pretty basic, but they're the fundamentals we work to. Ultimately, we have a way, and we want to play through the thirds if we can, but we want to create opportunities. We didn't do that again today because we didn't work hard enough.
The teams in and around the playoffs all have their own significant style. Do you think we might have to change our way of playing to get the results against some of them teams?
I'm not going to change the way we play. We've been doing it for 4 and a bit years. It'd be stupid to think that we've gone so long and then all of a sudden think we have to change what we're doing. We recognise how other teams play and you have to deal with threats, but ultimately we've got to do better ourselves in the way we play. And like I say, we have a way of playing. We want to try and pass the ball. We want to try and move it. Some pitches will dictate whether you can do that and how well you can do that. But fundamentally, all of our success and our styles based around work rate, based around tempo. Yeah, it's based on possession, but we need to do things quicker, and we need to want to get the ball back quicker and put other teams under pressure. And in the main, we've done that. Like I say, I look back to last weekend's game against North Derby, and we're guilty of missing chances. And if we'd have scored 5 or 6 against North Derby, we probably wouldn't have had any complaints. I don't think there's any chance of us scoring 5 or 6 today because we didn't work hard enough to get the ball in the right areas, and we didn't work hard enough to win the ball back high enough up the pitch to give ourselves chances. And like I say, that's the biggest disappointment and something I won't accept.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Cheers, thank you.